It's about freezing. It says 42 degrees. I think 42, 44, 42. Snow's melting. We got 7 inches of snow night before last. It's dripping everywhere. Today's goal is to get these carbs back on the snow machine. I didn't film it, but I put new idle circuit jets in there, cleaned the float bolts and everything up. Used my chem dip right down there, that yellow and orange pail. Left it in there overnight. That cleaned them up really good, but the idle circuit jets never clean up in those chem dip things. So I'm gonna put these back into the 2004 Skidoo MXZ HO high output adrenaline. I thought it was a Renegade. It's adrenaline. It's buried under that, so I gotta clean that out. Clean that off and put it in there. First thing I gotta do is remove the intake manifold. You can see where this one is just broken in half. I'm not sure if that's an 8 mil or 5/16, I think. Anyways, I gotta take those off, and then the oil pump is down here somewhere, I believe. And I gotta adjust that. I think it's right down there. Yeah, there it is, right down there. You can barely see it. I'll get a light on it. Yeah, it is 5/16. You're gonna have to put this phone down. I don't have my camera stand. Gotta put the phone down. I pull the intakes off in the reed valve. Right off the bat, I see RTV on this one, or a different gasket. That's the broken one. And there's the other one. So it's either a different gasket or somebody's RTV'd it. I could probably make new gaskets if I need one. This one's probably reusable. Weird. No gasket on that one there. And that's this one here. There's no gasket there. No gasket on this one, and that one's got a gasket. And there's the pistons in there. Hoping that's oil on there. You can, yeah, it's kind of a, I don't feel any grooves in it. I think it's kind of a sludge. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. This was the side that was leaking, that was lean, that I was worried about seizing up. The other side's got some markings on it a bit, but I can't feel any grooves in it, so it's good. And I got lots of compression, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to clean up these surfaces. This one I'm going to reuse. Get the crud out of there. There's obviously crud in there. It's going to be a little bit. I'm going to clean this up. Okay, two things here. I wasn't looking at these gaskets properly. This one has the spacer on it, and the orange gasket is behind it. And yeah, there's the manifold on the original one that's broken. And this one came off in one piece. So I have to separate that one. But down here where I got the flashlight, I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's a little pulley and a mark, and then there's a little dowel sticking out, and that's your alignment. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit on the rich side. See it moving there. And it needs to, where are we here? Get my freaking hand out of there. Okay. It needs to, it's too rich. I need to loosen off a little bit. It's not by much, just a little bit. But my son said it burned a ton of oil, so I'll line it up a little bit better. Okay, still working on her. So this is the cable right here that adjusts the oil pump, which I've got to loosen off a little bit more. It's a little on the rich side, but that's the one right there. There's two that come out of the box. One's throttle, because they both pull with the throttle lever at the same time. So this one's throttle, this one's choke. And that's it right there, the oil pump. So that's a simple adjustment right there. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference, but I turned it quite a bit. I turned it about probably one full turn anyways, all the way around. Now she's lined up pretty good. Got the manifolds back on, put a little Dow 3 bond on them, and just putting the cables back on the carb. They're a freaking pain. Needle nose pliers works the best. I'm just going to put this one back in, take the free play out of it. This was a little bit of free play, that should be it. Then hook up all the hoses. Okay, that's where I'm at. Okay, the hardest part is going to be hooking up this water line in there. Coolant line. I can get it a little bit from the other side as long as I get it close. I put a little bit of white grease on the boots, a little bit on the aluminum housing because they're corroded. I cleaned it as best I could. Let's see if it's going to go in there. It's about 45 degrees out today, so hopefully this rubber is not too, I gotta loosen these clamps off, they're too tight. Hopefully the rubbers are still soft. It's all back together. Put a new clamp on the water hose. Changed the clamps that came with the aftermarket intake boots to the stock ones. I got one here somewhere. Right here. These are the ones that came with the aftermarket ones. Are junk. Strips right out. One end pulls out, then the other end pulls out. Put the original ones on. They got a lock nut. They got a nut, a permanent nut wrapped in there. Better than those things. And drop my little socket down in there. Drop the clamp down in there. It's a nightmare. I'm gonna squirt some gas in here because the carbs are empty. These things don't have a primer bulb like the old ones. And I think I left my spark plug wrench in the garage. Okay, I'm gonna go do that, put some gas in there and give it a couple pulls. Probably going to do it 2 or 3 times to prime it, and then it should go. I think that's on. Oh, I don't remember which way that goes. It's gotta go that way. Oh. That pumped up the carbs, I'm hoping. Maybe she's flooded, I don't know. Gonna try to finish up the Skidoo video out there. I just have no motivation at all. I'm gonna try one of these, maybe this will help. I got the bolts to put the fairing on the XJ900. Sometimes I think my blood's too thick. Need a little alcohol to thin it out. So the Skidoo, got it running there. It's been almost 2 weeks now since the video you just watched a couple minutes ago. And got all running, it revved up and everything. And then the alarm came back on. Usually means it's not warmed up or something. Or one of the fluids is low. So I'm going to top up the antifreeze because it did drop down. And there's an alarm on those things that goes beep, beep, beep until it's warmed up, and then it goes off. Otherwise, it won't rev up. You can't rev it up. It just sits there and idle. So And the kill switch didn't work, and the reverse switch didn't work, but that may not have worked because it wasn't warmed up. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna deal with that right now as soon as I finish my beer. Probably gotta squirt some gas in it. Whew. Bastard. Okay, that second one is reverse. I just looked it up. So I was starting it in reverse, or it was on in reverse, and it was still burning too much oil. So I turned it down again. Let me give it a shot. I think it's gonna need a little choke. See if I can pull it with one hand here. The skis are frozen right in, so I can't do nothing with this until the snow's gone. Try my right hand. Oh. Bastard. Okay, let's give us a pull here again. Oh, you bastard. Okay, I'm done with that Skidoo for now. I had it revved up. Wide open throttle. I put a 4x4 block, got the track up in the air, but the skis are frozen in solid. Another week, maybe two. If we get some warm weather, it'll be thawed out. Because I want to get that snow machine out of there and either get it in here or fix it out there. But I got to put all the rubbers on the hood again. I did that like 4 years ago for my son, and yeah, here they are here. All the rubber straps sitting out in the sun for 4 years, just totally disintegrated. So there's a pack of them there. I'll put another set on. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. And I'm going to start another video on this XJ900 here. Maybe tonight. I got to work a little bit tonight, but... And start getting that back together, because my nephew said they ordered the blue decals. I had the blue decals for them, but they wanted their decal guy to make up 3 more sets. So when they set on the great big circular decal on the tank, they can get it lined up. And if they screw up the blue decal, they can peel it off and put a new set on. So I think they've got mine plus 3 spares. That way they can get the great big red decal lined up exactly. So I think they're finishing that up this week. So I'm going to get the fairing on, get the carbs off that XJ900, finish the other brake caliper, and I got to balance the carbs on that, put the front fender back on, and get that bike buttoned up, because I sure like to take that bike for a spin. So that'll be the next video, is this one here. Unless something else comes up, like it usually does. Okay, thanks for watching. I know they're far and few between these videos right now, but I'll try to get more out. Thank you.